What is up, everybody? We are back here at King Film Sports for the first four breakdown. Yes, we are back here for betting locks in the 2022 March Madness tournament. So let's get into it. First, we have 16-seeded Texas A&M Corpus Christi facing off against 16-seed Texas Southern. And in this matchup, I think these two teams are very evenly matched here. And I'm going to take the Texas A&M Corpus Christi Islanders at plus 140 here. And I know they had a bit of a tumultuous regular season, but they ended it out right, got very hot in their conference tournament. They were able to beat Nichols, who they had just lost to at the end of the regular season. And I think they play very cohesive team basketball, great on the defensive end. I've been following them for the last month because they have been a very good against the spread team. Then you're talking about Texas Southern. They're probably the better team in this matchup, but teams of this caliber, I think it doesn't really matter. I love the value at plus 140. It's going to be a very close game, and hopefully the Islanders can pull through. Next game here, we get into Wyoming versus Indiana. Two teams that were on the bubble. Got this first four. They can't be mad. They have their chance to control their own destiny. And in this one, I'm taking the Indiana Hoosiers at plus 150. Again, I like the value here. And this time, I actually think that Indiana is the better team between these two. Indiana was in a far tougher conference all year. I mean, you're going through the Big Ten. That was definitely the toughest conference in college basketball this year, and they managed to rack up some good wins. I mean, all culminating in a pretty successful Big Ten tournament, if I do say so myself. They had a heroic comeback against Michigan, and they win there. Then they take out the Big Ten's best team, Illinois, and then they could have beaten Iowa. They played very close with them, the eventual Big Ten champions. But this Wyoming team, I mean, they were in the Mountain West. And the Mountain West, I know they got four teams into the tournament. It was a successful year. But you're not playing that great caliber of competition that Indiana faced. On paper, according to the advanced metrics, people might try to say that Wyoming's the better team here. But give me the more battle-tested team. Give me the more talented team. Give me the Indiana Hoosiers money line plus 150. Next game, we get into Bryant versus Wright State, another riveting 16-seed matchup because Bryant has the nation's leading scorer, Peter Kiss, 25 points per game. Wright State has another phenom as well, Tanner Holden, who's averaging 20 points a game. So watching them clash should be very entertaining in this matchup. And give me the dog here. Give me the Bryant Bulldogs plus 110 on the money line. I know they started off the season horrendously against some good competition. They played some Power 5 schools and got the doors blown off of them. But then in conference play, they really came into their own, and the Bryant Bulldogs actually played very, very well. Peter Kiss got snubbed in his conference, didn't win Conference Player of the Year, and then put it to Wagner in the championship game where they beat Wagner by like 27 points. So Bryant playing their best basketball right now. Wright State, decent team in their own right, but I like Bryant to pull off a little bit of an upset here. I love the value at plus 110 there. Next and final game, we get into Rutgers and Notre Dame, and this one should be a thriller here. We've had two teams that I thought maybe right in the tournament, but then both had a pretty disappointing end of their season in the conference tournament games. And if you watch my ACC predictions video, you know that I'm not fond of Notre Dame. So give me the Rutgers Scarlet Knights to pull off a tiny bit of an upset here. Getting a little bit of plus value. You get them at even money here. We'll always take that on the money line. And I really like how this Rutgers team has been playing over the last stretch of the season. I know, as with Indiana, they've had some tough times in the Big Ten this year, but they've pulled off a bevy of upsets. I mean, I'm just thinking about Harper nailing all of those clutch shots for this Rutgers team. I know they're great at home and not as great on the road, but I think they are better than this Notre Dame team. I mean, this Notre Dame team is only holding on to that one win that they got at home against Kentucky by 2 points in the ACC SEC challenge. If it weren't for that, this Notre Dame team is not even in the tournament. I called them out in the ACC tournament predictions video as the 2 seed there, and they got exposed against Virginia Tech in their first game. So give me Rutgers here. I think they're the better team. They've been playing the tougher competition all year, and I think Notre Dame will get exposed here, maybe in a blowout against this Rutgers team. This is the game that I'm definitely most confident about. I think Rutgers will win by at least 10. So with that being said, let me know your guys' predictions in the comments down below. I would like to know. Comment all of your bracket thoughts as well. We will be having a lot of March Madness content on the channel in the coming days, so stay tuned for that. As always, be sure to like and subscribe, and I will see you all in the next one.